supposed to wave apparently.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Smile away, boys. Smile away.
And boys and girls and
Boys.
ladies
No,
and
but-
gentlemen and everyone in
But
between.
when
Please.
in the penguin story, they were not girls. It's just boys. Smile and wave.
Yes.
Madagascar, right?
Madagascar.
Smile and wave, boys.
Smile and wave, boys.
Silent wave boy. Babe boys, wave boys. Okay. Hi everybody, welcome to Gnsl. I am Aslan Sharifdeen once again sitting in for Shaq, my partner in crime and nothing else. Nothing else, just in crime.
only
Based on the
in the
conversations
crime.
we were having before the show started.
Thank God.
That's
Thank
why
you.
I'm just
And I'm
clearing it up.
Andreen sitting in for Andy.
And this is
Christian.
this is myself.
Me, myself, and I.
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah, so Shaq is missing out today because he's having to deal with some personal matters, and while he does that, I decided to step in because the show must go on, right?
Yes.
Yep,
But
yep,
these two
yep,
are, as
yep.
usual, always here looking bright. And Andy, I must say, Andy, you're looking hot today. Andy.
Oh, thank you. Very professional. This is what happens
Yeah.
when you do presentations at office.
Absolutely.
You put on the coat and give a stern look.
Yeah.
No, not really. People who were there, not really. I did say something off air, which I can't say on air.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, you can.
We are all going to the cafeteria.
Oh, පරිස්සමෙන් cafeteria එකට යන්න.
No, that's
Yeah.
true.
We will talk about the lift.
Ah,
I think that's a
okay.
more appropriate topic
Okay.
because I don't. ගොඩක් දේවල් තියෙනවා කියන්න.
Yeah.
Lift, now you see, now as Sri Lankans, we are so used to go in public transports. What usually happens is bus එක නවත්තන්න කලින්
Yeah.
අපි බහින්න ලෑස්ති.
දුම්රිය නැවැත්වීමට පෙර.
Right? So have you all gone in airplanes with with Sri Lankans?
Yeah.
The plane is trying to land.
Yeah.
There is no reason for us to get up and take our bag because for another 10 minutes we are still waiting for it to,
You're not even called yet.
You're not even called.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we are ready and they're like, පුතේ අර බෑග් එක ගන්න. අන්න සීට් එක බකල් කරන්න. Is all what these children do and then උඩින් යන්න මෙහෙම උඩින්. So people use the lifts and things like that also well. I mean, we're all trying to go to one direction and one destination, which is either up or down. Down meaning not to hell, just to the down floor.
I know, and you can imagine that sort of urgency coming from people in a country like maybe China, where they're all about productivity and moving fast.
Yeah.
Here we are the
No,
country
no.
that has the most number of public holidays. We are the country that's so unproductive, especially our government departments. But yet on the plane or any public transport, as you said, we're always in a rush, and when
Oh,
it keeps pointing
පුදුම
at you-
හදිසියක්. පුදුම. We're being pointed at. Look at that camera. Don't
Look
be
at
looking at all
this.
these unnumbered
that's
cameras.
true,
That
that's
one.
So I recently saw Ane in Fort, chubby little fellow, right? Little, what is this, Vattakas, right? He can't get from the other side and go in because of his little chubbiness, right?
පව්වනේ.
Ane he was waiting, මම මොකටද ඉන්නේ? මේ අනිත් මේ වෑන් එකේ අයිති ආරේනකන් ඉන්නවා.
He can't.
නෑ ඩිකියෙන් යන්නත් බෑකට.
Little boy fellow.
A little bowler fellow. Then I said, look, I have gone down a bit. Do you want me to try? No, that now this is the
Oh,
fellow.
he's more bowler than you.
Oh yes, can you imagine?
So we have been
right? He can't.
Majan, you and I, Majan, you and I are not little, Majan.
Yeah,
so if
yeah,
that
big,
fellow
yeah.
was bigger than
Bigger,
you,
bigger.
then he's not a little bowler.
Yeah, being cute thinking about it. They're being cute about it.
That
Yeah,
car
okay.
didn't suit him at all. But
Okay.
nevertheless,
Anything,
I mean, imagine
Hassle,
if he had
right?
to go for a urgent something, right? The poor fellow would have been waiting. No.
Actually, one of the reasons, talking about parking etiquette, one of the reasons why Shaq couldn't turn up today was because the personal matter we're talking about is because there is a lawyer's vehicle still blocking his gate for the last 2 days.
Where's the
Really?
lawyer? I have questions. Where is the lawyer?
Yeah,
What
the
are
lawyer
you
is
doing?
missing. Yeah, so Shaq is unable to turn up to the studio because he's still stuck in his house.
So any lawyer with a red car, අනේ එක ගන්න
Yeah.
එළියට
Yeah.
please.
Maybe we could put a picture of the car as well, Haman, on the
Yeah.
show. Wow, that would be absolutely great.
And somebody would find out and be like,
And-
if it is your wife, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you're doing something unwanted.
And if you're an owner of a restaurant or a hotel or anything, right? And if you're having your own parking slots in your back garden or something, දෙයියන්ගේ නාමේ පොලිටික් කඩන්න.
Oh, ඒක වැටුණොත්.
Right? Because most of the vehicles now are sunroof.
Yeah.
Right? Just
Papa
imagine
Naval.
one of those things, finish. Kottang, Mudilla, Pol, right? All those are big victims of.
What the other one? Second, Mudilla.
Mudilla is what you get in.
Valanpuri වගේ?
No. Mudilla කියන්නේ අර දැන් අපේ මේ මරීන් ඩ්‍රයිව් එකේ අර ලොකු කොළපාට කොළයක් එක්ක ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ.
Yes.
It's resistant to salt water.
All right.
It's called Mudilla. That's Mudilla, right? It has a big
Like a nut.
A nut. right? ඒ නට් එක
You got excited, no? Big nuts. Andy got excited.
Only Kannada guys excite me. Sorry.
I got a lovely bunch of American nut again.
So talking about accidents, right? There was a today hot news. Today in the morning there was a lady in a tiny little car with her 2 kids behind, right?
Okay.
She was driving.
Not the South.
No,
kid,
little
okay,
nice
okay.
lady. So
Okay.
she was parked properly in the color light. This crazy bus driver, I think it's a 138, I'm not sure which one. No brake, no vedduwa, right?
Ayyo.
Both her behind lights got cracked and was fallen to the, it fell, right?
Ayyo.
So now I am in the other bus. So it was a loud bang, so we all looked, right? She's like, she got down. She must be shorter than me. She got down, looked at the behind the queue.
Oh, sure, nice.
The bus driver said, who is this tiny? No, because she's that size. She's not, but you know, compared to the bus,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
tiny. The behind the queue. He's like, should I? You look scary and tiny. You know, but of course she had her 2 kids behind, right? So she obviously would have been worried. She gave.
Yeah.
Somehow, sometimes Sinhalese is used in the most appropriate manner, like Ude Pandara Hayai Hatalis Pahata
Get in
Wage. You know, Vedduama, my choice
words.
Sinhala came out. All of us were like, oh wow.
Oh,
Hey
wow.
sister, how's it going? Got the guy to park on the car. So the entire bus went to the side. She was
no.
but she said, you know, mage lamai denna innawa. I'll drop them. I think she called somebody at the
Right,
time, and
right.
the 2 kids went. She stood her ground and she had an entire conversation. That bus driver didn't know what hit him because he's also a tall gentleman and she's short.
You call him gentleman.
So
Okay.
Can't call him thing. But
Okay.
man. And he said, and the man said, oh, tiny but loud.
Yeah, so I come from a family of ladies who are also like that. My mom and my sister, they will take on bus driver, 3-wheel
Yeah.
driver,
Oh.
Anything.
screwdriver.
Road rage to the max.
Everybody gets back.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but it was a fair point. From her side, she had 2 kids at the back.
Yeah.
She was going to school. They are all dressed in uniform, all that. This man came and her car jerked and went in front also. That was the impact. He had no idea. Hitting the car was the least of his problems.
Oh.
You
And then she got down.
You know what I do for fellows who come with the headlight from behind, right? Now you can't. You reflects to your eyes now. Now of course you can adjust that and do it. But you know what I do? Okay. Yandako mahathya, overtake, and I flash the light on the bugger. Eat this sucker.
Eternally.
Harola Yanakan, I would go behind him.
Yeah.
Right? I wouldn't let him off my sight, right? Go behind him with the headlights on.
Basically what he did
Yeah,
to you.
what to you, right?
Yeah.
Right? Eat this.
Eat
Eat this now, right? And that's how I get my road rage down.
Arre, come
And also, and there's another thing, like, I don't know, Chris, if you agree with this, during traffic times in Colombo, there's actually no point in being such a big hurry and tooting that
Yeah,
horn
because
and overtaking, going, because at the end of
2
the day,
seconds later, red light.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're on a red light.
Yeah.
So earlier, and I must say, I must confess, I used to be one of these, hadisatarias as well. I used to say, bloody hell, I have so much to achieve in life.
Yeah.
I need to go move. Right? And then, unfortunately, 5 seconds later,
Yeah.
all my achievements are
Dreams,
stalled.
yeah.
Dreams are stalled because I'm in a red light.
Yeah.
Later, I realized after many years of
Yeah.
making this mistake,
Yeah.
there's no point. So now I'm very relaxed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So now when people do this to me, like you said, this is
Yeah.
what I do. I said, please go,
Yeah.
please go.
Yeah.
Because I will meet you in a second.
Yes, when I meet the guys in a second or 2 seconds, it was Mama Horn guy.
So once in my life, I came to a point with the children. Look, especially when you're traveling outstation. Look, we are getting into the vehicle. It's going to take 3 hours to get home. All your number 1s and 2s, please do it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Don't tell me
Halfway
you want
through
to
that I
halfway
can't,
through
yeah,
that. Because at that we are trying to get home now. Overtaking containers, overtaking oil bowsers, overtaking lorries. Tati, chu.
Then have to find,
There goes the oil tanker. There goes. Oh my God! Can you hurry up?
You have to find a place.
Yeah. So you and the boy especially, he's so peculiar, Andy. He would not let a cockroach see him.
Like that.
Right? He
On that
open board doors. Look to the left. Look to the right. Right?
Like that.
Yeah. Nothing. Even if he sees a light coming, no.
Oh.
Further down like that.
Right.
Yeah.
My God.
And
Oh my goodness. ඒකට අපි ඔන්න ගහද්ද මොනේ කාද බලු.
ඒක හැදිච්ච කමට වැඩිය මේ බ්ලැඩර් කන්ට්‍රෝල් එකත් මාර හොඳයි.
how when you
නම් ඒ වගේ නෑ.
Yeah. He will not stop until he's satisfied. Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of which, how was your weekend? Did you have any bladder issues or any drama going on there?
What was my weekend?
Wow, he has to think about it. That means he's had a bit of a excess.
This was my we were supposed to have a cricket match, no? Batch of 95, 50th anniversary.
This one?
Last Saturday, no? Thundering typhoons, rain, no?
Right,
Yes,
right.
this Saturday now.
Now this Saturday, I
Are
have
you
to-
ready?
I'm not, because I decided, because we have the Gnsl bankers AGM also the same day. So that's starting at 7:30. So I'm going to go for the cricket match. Now we have decided, once bitten, twice shy, we are going to have it indoors.
Ayyo, Indo cricket is
I
boring.
know.
And the ball is in your face.
It
na.
was look at this weather.
So
will be
play
raining
in the
somewhere.
weather, will you, Macha?
No, the ball is in your face.
No,
na, Indo.
we had organized it at CR.
No, I'm saying
Right?
play outdoors with the rain.
Yeah,
not
I think
the rain.
and we are now
You know the
not what is no.
glistening skin.
No,
එක-
we are
that-
අනේ අපේ එකෙක්ගේවත් glistening skin නෑ. ඔක්කොම වැරහැලි වෙලා ඔක්කොම ඇදිලා තියෙන්නේ.
Oh. එහෙම කියන්නේ lovely gentleman y'all. Good dance moves, I must say.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, ඒවා තියෙනවා.
Yeah, one or two exceptional cases like me and Chami.
Yeah, of course.
So uneventful week, but a big weekend coming up for Chris. What about you, Andy?
Great. I worked out.
Oh, well,
You know, that's the highlight of my
that's
week.
the, I was going to say
That's it. I
become
worked
the
out.
highlight.
But you know, that is quite an achievement for me because
Any progress? Any aches and
Hey,
pains?
එහෙම කියන්නේ
It's
එපා.
a-
දැන් we started the show saying she's looking hot.
Oh, hot, yeah.
Go with that. The noise.
so it takes a lot. It takes a village
Yeah.
and a few tires to get me this way.
Oh,
Tire එක උස්සනවා
But I
දවසක්
mean-
tire එකක් ඔළුවේ hit tire එක. At one point I'm like help people
But
can
I
jump
don't
and
know.
take the tire out of my head.
I don't know, Andy. You look good anyway. I don't know whether you want to have thunder thighs, whether this is the reason why you
have to.
thunder
Thighs have to be like this.
Oh my goodness.
Like that.
Like
I'm
a
not so
drumstick.
big, like a drumstick,
Yeah.
and then tiny legs. Chicken thigh.
Chicken thigh.
How was yours?
Not too bad. Just I did about 12,000 steps today, guys.
Why you were
Yeah,
Siripada?
didn't lose
You-
any
you-
weight, but I
What?
was
How
because
do
as
you
you know
don't know
we're
that?
moving, since we're moving the studio and all these big changes happening.
Okay.
I was in
Where did you
in
walk?
Petha today.
The
I
whole
was
day?
walking, yes, from 9:30 in the morning till about 5.
What were you looking for?
What wasn't I looking for? I was looking for pretty much everything, for the studio and for various other
So you
things.
got the
Okay.
stuff.
So yeah, here's the thing, right? This is actually an interesting point. Mashan, all the things, guys, I don't want to mention names here because these could be potential future sponsors of the
course,
show.
of course.
Right? But so many awesome places that we regularly patronize in Colombo. If you go and look at those items, the nice lampshades and the lamps and all these gizmos, you can get those very things. No reduction in quality. I'm not talking duplicates or copies.
Yeah.
The same
Proper,
thing. You
yeah.
can get the same thing in Peta
Yeah.
for half the price.
Absolutely.
Right? The
I
only
mean-
thing that you're paying extra is a little bit of emotional
Yeah,
and
yeah.
time cost and Amar,
Yeah.
12,000 steps karan no
Yeah.
in
Oh,
Colombo.
oh.
You're absolute, and the beauty of it is, Azlan, they got everything.
Yeah.
You need, if you're like lamp shades, if you're looking for a lighter, if you're looking for flowers, plastic, books, I mean, they have it all. Only thing is when you're going, prepare yourself to walk.
Exactly.
Right? Don't take your vehicle.
Absolutely.
Find a samosa shop.
Park it somewhere far
Yeah.
away, right?
Samosa shop?
And yeah, samosa, and then get into a tuk-tuk, put all your stuff
Yeah,
there,
Absolutely.
yeah.
and then
Yeah,
come
don't
to-
drive around Peta.
So what I did was we parked in a place in a car park that's close to the all these the hype areas.
the clock tower?
Yeah, not I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
But we park. No, some people's park something.
Right.
Yeah,
and
people's
then
park.
people's park.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then from there,
Yeah. Put a
we
walk.
Took
Okay.
it back and forth. When the hands were getting full,
Yeah.
went back to the car,
Ah,
dumped the
down.
stuff,
Okay.
took it
Right,
again.
right. There
So
you
in
go.
that way you're
Makes
okay.
sense,
So then once you're done, you come back in the vehicle and all that shit,
Yeah.
and the thing's also safe.
Yeah.
And honestly, we save so much money.
Exactly.
So much money. I
It's
don't know
almost
why.
half the rate.
And I found
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
obviously, I think you guys must be knowing this, most of the suppliers that supply the big chains here, the hypermarkets and the superstores
All
here,
get it from there.
all get it from there.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're getting
Yeah.
direct from the source,
Yeah.
almost in Sri Lanka. at
And the
least.
samosa kada also superb, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to the mosque, the red
Yeah,
mosque,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That
එතන තමයි. ඒ
area,
කඩේ.
Main Street,
පොඩි කඩයක් තියෙනවා.
all those are super.
Another uncle there who likes you and who thinks
Yeah,
you're very
no,
young
what
and all.
uncle?
No, Ane, not like that. But I will befriend that samosa uncle. Just a matter of time.
Yes,
Some uncles,
I have a
yeah.
plan. Shall the three of us and Shaq go to?
Four of us.
Four of us go to.
Samosa man.
No, this night street man at Abdul Ghafur
But they
Mall.
touch with the hand.
Alutkade.
They touch with the hand.
Touch in the hand. Alut touch in the hand. තමයි ඒක මුකුත්
You can't be
වෙන්නේ.
touching with the hand.
You don't like to touch with hands.
Touch
You
with
very
the hand.
like to
No,
touch.
I do it tongue.
Tong.
Tong.
Not tong men tong.
ටොං අර මෙහෙම ගත්තා දැම්මා
ඒවා ඉතින් වෙන්නේ නෑ ලංකාවේ ඉවර මේ බොවා කිව්වාගේ බස් එකේ ප්ලේන් එකේ මේ පොර කනවා ඔයා හිතන්නේ ලංකාවේ ටොං දායි
ඒ ටොන් දදා ගන්න ගියොත් එහෙම වෙන්න කඩලටයි කඩලට දෙකයි
අයියෝ එහෙනම් මං එන්නේ hard pass
But okay, I'll ask you a question. Now you're talking about tongs. So you think that your sushi that you buy from your posh places that you buy, especially the sushi that you eat on a regular,
Yeah.
you think that
On a
was made
regular.
with tongs? That was also made with hands. How do you know how sweaty and where that hand has been?
Yeah.
Maybe he was scratching his head.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
sushi
man,
chef-
that can any. What I don't see doesn't bother me. This is how I go about in life.
okay,
What I
okay.
don't see is not
Doesn't
my
bother me.
problem.
Okay, okay.
Outer side, outer mind.
Out of mind.
See how
when it
blissful
comes out only it's a problem
ignorance is bliss.
All right. It's a great,
okay.
very eventful weekends for everyone except for Chris.
Yeah.
With that, I think Hamar, do we have a lot of things to cover today? I think we do. So let's swiftly move on to
Okay.
Lanka last week. All right, we're having interesting conversations here off air.
Yeah.
All right, okay, cool. So what do we have, Hamad? What's our first topic? Chikungunya, dengue surge. Local authorities fail in clean up. Those toilets also probably some of the places.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
this
probably.
Chikungunya.
where is the office standing
No, okay, let's
no
move
we
on.
no we
Cutting,
will
we are cutting this also.
we will send one of those fumigates to come and
ඒව මදි.
But
මේ මේක කොහොම කපනවා?
we're not cutting. We would have a show if we could have cut all this.
Yeah, yeah.
But the
Just
point
awesome,
is,
please.
but the point is okay. But chikungunya is on a somewhat of a rise apparently. Have you guys? Do you all know anyone who has had chikungunya recently?
Yeah, just went on Wednesday to see my friend in hospital.
Ayyo.
So she and her daughter both, they were both in one room, poor
Okay.
two ladies. The mom got it worse than the kid because obviously
Okay.
kid can recover faster. Usual, now she's gotten the rash, which is the sixth or seventh day, you get that ugly rash.
Okay.
And she's like, I'm going to turn into a snake. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. But it doesn't look great.
So she has limb pains.
So
and
what's the
joint pain.
treatment that they're giving her?
No, there's nothing for that much. Right? You have
manage
just
the pain of the limbs.
okay.
So she can't like Shakira, she can't keep her feet on the ground. Her feet are swollen.
it takes a couple of weeks apparently, and for some
Months.
and for some months, if you're younger and fitter and your immune system is better, obviously.
ඒ කියන්නේ මට
ඒ කියන්නේ අපි දුන්නේ නැහැ නෙමෙයි.
මාස 6ක් වත්යයි.
Oh.
මාස 6ක් වත්යයි.
But others are obviously suffering with chikungunya. Yeah. What else do we have, Hamar? What's our next topic?
And they fail to clean up. How much to clean, no? You have to clean on your own. You are responsible for your own backyard.
Yeah, but then like I said again, we
Sorry,
come,
Hamad.
we come back. That's fine. We come back to the same topic that I meant last time. You were not here, Andy, and we had Sanori. I spoke about this as well. Now, even at our place, where the studio is currently, the CMC guys don't come to do their garbage collection, and they come like once in 6 days, 7 days.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and that too is obviously completely unannounced. So it's not like we, who are also having a busy life, can wait, the balagin right? So in the end, we also have to resort to other methods of clearing garbage that might result in breeding more chikungunya mosquitoes.
dengue
Yeah,
mosquitoes,
so
yes.
that's when you call. Now, normally you call the fire brigade to solve problems, but in this case, we call the arson brigade, which is Hamad, our producer, to solve problems because he burns it all down, like he said.
Look at Hamad gave you a look of thunder.
So-
Thunder.
Yeah.
We will go to the next one, Hamad. Don't worry, quickly.
Next
Burn, baby, burn.
Okay.
So Marine Drive to be developed as Marine
wow,
Nights
look at that.
Awakening Colombo
My
theme.
God.
So those are Moodillas.
What's a Mudil? Those are just lights.
It's a building.
The trees, right?
I can't
I don't see any trees there. Do you all see trees there?
Put
I
that,
know
put that.
buildings.
Ara moodayne tiyenne monada?
Hari.
Palm trees. Those are
palm trees.
No, not palm trees.
trees.
No, it's
Palm trees.
Pottangi look version. Yes.
So you guys go to Marine Drive often? Do you all?
I live there. No?
You live there, no?
Oh my God! Then,
So now you
then you
Colombo
should tell us.
nightlife, huh?
Yeah. So anyway, now it's there are quite a lot of places happening
There's
there.
a little tiny, what do you call this? Outlets, right? Where you can buy food like churi, like little, not cafes, but little outlets.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
There
food
is the
outlets.
cloud kitchens and
Yeah,
various
yeah.
There
things.
is this one spot that I go to. It's actually a petti kade, right? The fellow brings the roti, the dough, right? That's it there, and he puts this cooniso Gnsl sambole.
sure.
And
I think-
one is Gnsl sambole and one is a mushroom sambole. Right? So, I love the Gnsl, right? And I'm not ashamed to park when there is humongous traffic on the road. I am shamelessly park කරලා එතන ගිහිල්ලා ඔක්කොම උන්ට පේන්න මල්ලි. හදපුවා නෑ දැන් හදන්න ඕනේ. දැන් hot, right?
But that's only yummy.
That is only
Yeah, there's another guy you need to now befriend. Another guy.
And name and all kind of stuff. Let me try with the samosa one first.
Okay.
You befriend the Gnsl.
Okay.
But guys, so I did a little bit of reading on this, but the area actually they are trying to develop is the area between where sort of between Golface and St. Thomas's Prep.
So the behind.
So it's that area.
that area.
Yeah.
This
That's
facility.
it's that.
So the road is not open, right?
Yeah, I
It
get the
was
point. So
once open,
Yeah.
and it came out
Correct.
from some lanes,
Yeah.
and people were complaining
Correct.
that there was too much of
Yeah.
noise coming in, and I think it was shut down again.
Correct. Yeah.
And now, but still, it hasn't gone right through.
So that's what they're trying to. I think they're trying to get investors and trying to get interested in it and get people to start and make that area, because obviously I think there's about 400 to 500
Yeah.
meters which is not being utilized.
Yeah.
Now all this me mama ne ekak කියන්නේ me mummy අද තමයි ඔක කියෙව්වේ.
Okay.
But very believable.
but
very believable.
I think
But anyway, Marine Drive is happening, huh?
Yeah, of course,
Marine Drive
absolutely.
is happening. You get all sorts of things from food outlets. If you're having a ate pate rudava to go and get a little ispa.
අතේ පතේ විතරයි. යා
අතේ
වෙන
පතේ
මොකුත්
විතරයි.
නැහැ.
අතේ පතේ
අනිත් රුදාවල්
විතරයි,
නෙමෙයි.
yeah.
නෑ මේ.
Yeah.
Oh, අපේ අර පරණ මේ වැඩ කරපු තැනේ I put some
අතේ
massive
පතේ
board
උදා.
called Thai Spa.
Thai Spa.
And I'm like, my God, I should stand near this and take a 3-minute water. That man is always ask,
Yeah.
Miss, කොහෙද මිස් ඉන්නේ? නෑ මිස් රතු පාට දොර ළඟද? නෑ අනිත් දොර.
Well, after work. My
Always
goodness,
after work.
yeah.
So yeah, fun.
Just down my lane, just next to my block is a nice restaurant. Right, so no problem. If you want to go for a beer, just walking distance. No need to worry about the police stopping you
walking.
over drunk.
It's on your lane.
Yeah, it's down the lane, just 2 blocks away. Yeah, nice place.
Look
Yeah.
who she like.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is next week, I think, Chris, you can invite us to your place.
We'll do the
Yeah,
show
why
from
not?
there.
And
Yeah.
we can go and eat your Gnsl and roti.
Yeah,
introduce-
that's a great idea.
Those are drunk.
And
Yeah.
this.
But sometimes I get pissed off with the fellow.
Oh,
ඒ වහින දවස් වලට පොර නැහැ.
අනිත්
ඔව් අප්පා. ඔව් කුඩයක් කරන් මොකක් හරි කරන්න ඕනේ අප්පා.
ලොකු tent එකක්.
Twice I went and had to turn and come.
It's very bad.
ආව jump වෙනවා ඒ වෙලාවට.
Flower jumping.
Oh,
flower
oh,
jumping.
oh.
Okay. But
What's next?
There is some flower jumping happening there as well. Okay.
The flower has jumped
Has
Hamad.
jumped. What? Okay. So back
Again.
to another chikungunya. Great.
okay.
Lot of yes.
Chikungunya outbreak in Sri
7
Lanka.
key facts.
7
Flavor
key facts. Get ready for its presentation time, people. Chikungunya 7 facts.
That's me.
Okay, let's take this on. Worst outbreak in 20 years confirmed by Professor Neelika Malavige. I hope that name is right.
Yeah.
Yes, awesome. I don't know who that is, but worst outbreak in 20 years. Wow, that's a big
Achievement?
statement. Achievement. And
Yeah, I mean I was just born then.
Yeah.
Last time it was.
Yeah, 1 year before. Right. So high risk areas are Kadawata, no one lives there.
Yeah.
Kottatuwa, no one lives there. Battaramulla, no one
Close
lives
by,
there.
close by,
to you
close by.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Madura doesn't travel that far.
Yeah, and Gampa somewhere close to Hamad, right? Yes, Hamad?
Oh, Hari.
No, ගම්පහ කොහෙද මෙයා කොහෙද he's in
Okay,
හුණුපිටියන.
right, okay.
right,
okay.
So Gampa is a big area, obviously. Yeah, so high risk areas. So guys in those areas, please clean up your crap.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a segment.
Wait, no,
Wait,
we-
we are reading
How
another
about there is
two?
7?
Only
no,
two.
now talk.
Now talk. Now talk.
No, I was going to go to the next one. Hamad.
Okay.
Okay.
Virus
The
strain.
virus strain. Indian Ocean lineage spreads via what? Aedes. Oh my God.
All right, good luck.
Aedes aegypti.
හරි මොකෙක් හරි කමන්නේ මදුරුවේ.
Madurai.
මොකෙක් හරි කමන්නේ මදුරුවේ.
Madurai example.
Okay.
A mosquito.
My God, of all names that I come on the show, so
Egyptian mosquito.
double A mosquito as our
Right.
producer Hamad said.
Symptoms.
Yeah, so this double A mosquito, and that was coming from India.
Right.
From India, okay, you're India, right? Okay, anyway,
I
getting
meant
back.
all the problems.
Yeah. Symptoms are fever, as we discussed already, joint pain, as we also mentioned, chills.
Joint is a pain only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chills, body aches, and joint pain may last 2 weeks.
Who put that bracket? Because joint pains with cure. Then in the bracket, joint pains may last for weeks. That is another. There's all aunties are saying, "Here, Puta, now not like the joint pains. Weeks, it lasts for weeks."
Weeks. You don't take a medicine. You don't drink a water. Will you?
That of course came from the LCI.
It's not spread person to person. The most important thing to note there, it's not spread person to person. So
Only via mosquito bite.
Yes, only mosquito bite. So Andy's example of the mother and daughter, it was not that the
No.
daughter gave-
Two mosquitoes ate.
Oh, the same
Or the
mosquito.
same
fellow.
Mosquito,
But I don't know when these fellows bite, whether they die. I don't know.
We don't
No,
know
that's
from
what they
that.
mean.
Because
That's
we
what
can't
they
even
mean.
say their name properly.
Yeah.
So we don't know. Then high risk groups are pregnant women. Andy, you're okay, I think.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah,
no
okay,
problem.
cool.
Children,
so Venuki, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And the
chronically
chronically,
ill,
that's
that
me.
is
Chronically ill.
all of us.
Chronically and the mentally ill as well.
The last one.
And Hamad really wants to take that off. Hamad, let's finish this out. Travel warnings issued by the US and the UK. Those fellows, so they issue
Basically,
warnings.
don't come. Enlepa.
Showing warning, withdrawing the warning.
And then we, we Sri Lankans, we don't bother, we
Now
travel.
you can take it off, Hamad. Thank you very much.
Somebody,
Thank you.
somebody
I
said-
really like in that bracket.
Yeah.
May last for weeks.
Yeah. Someone said the thundering poop, that is also you will ban warning.
Thundering boo.
What?
Poop.
Poop. What is my God, what's happening to this show?
I have no idea.
Sanjay, I don't where that came from.
No, travel warnings, travel UK and US. Yeah.
Thundering poop.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Quick.
Next one. I don't know
And
what
the next one is consumer warning. See,
Ah.
this 49 skin creams to avoid. By the way, do you guys know about this cream that Pumi Hansamali has out?
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
you used it, Andy?
Look at me.
No, it's
I'm
an
flawlessly
injection.
not
No,
like this.
it's an injection, not a cream.
Yeah, much.
cream,
And she,
cream,
so
yeah.
when she was being investigated by the CID, that this whole thing came to light at the time. I don't know if you guys heard about it. So she said that she made her 250 or 300 million net worth that she has
By the
just
cream.
by selling her creams. So I wonder whether that's just a part of the list.
Yeah.
So
But-
Pumi Hansamali ඔයාගේ cream එක මේ list එකේ ඉන්නවද නැද්ද? ඉන්නවා නම්
Like එකක් දාන්න.
pay එක like කරන්න. නැත්නම් comment එකක් දාන්න.
But Aslan, now to go to the facts of the matter, is now in PETA there is a place called Valekadi.
වලේ
Valekadi. It's
Paranakadi.
Paranakadi.
I have no idea.
So in this place, in a certain area in PETA, you get all these fairness creams, right? If you see the packing, Andy, it's like stuff coming out of US.
Wow.
So beautifully
Right.
packed,
But
right?
names are not heard of.
All gold lettering and all that, the beautiful
proper-
casings with the box, cellophanes, everything done. Everything is bleach, right? Everything is bleach because I'm in the industry now, right? These can get, if there's an allergy, you can even die,
For sure.
right? You can even die, right? So you got to be very careful. So many of these salons in Sri Lanka, outstation, they come here and they take all this and they go and promote, right?
Yeah.
Because it's dirt cheap,
Yeah.
right? And this is what
But
happens.
you know,
The
this is
simple
sorry.
fact, yeah.
No,
The
fair.
simple fact is that you got to love the skin that you have.
Absolutely.
As long as the skin is nourished,
Yeah.
well looked after,
Yeah.
you can be my color, you can be
My
Kristen's color,
Yeah.
or Aslan's color,
Absolutely.
or fair as fair can be,
Yeah.
right?
Not
you
much
gotta
of a
appreciate-
difference. Not much of a difference. No,
But
your
again,
color, my
but
color,
here-
and his color.
Yeah, but guys, here's the thing, right? You know where all this stems from? This is a very important point that we are talking about. It comes from this thing called post-colonial syndrome. Because of the fact that if you take countries like Sri Lanka and India, because we were colonized by the Britishers, whether you like it or not, when a foreigner walks into a room, all the Sri Lankans or the Indians, that accent becomes a little British.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you start, you become a little conscious. Most of the people, okay, I'm not
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about everyone. I couldn't give a rat's
Yeah.
behind.
No, so
But
I
in
asked
gen-
a question, so when I'm serious, I become British.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So, right? No, but that's not. No, but that's got nothing to do with that you were interviewing foreigners. No,
I
but that's
know.
just in you in general.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
become professional, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of people, we have this thing where we still hold the West. In that place, we keep them there. That's why our people think fairness is sort of a symbol of growth, a symbol of success,
Prosperity and-
which is all absolute horse poop, right? Or the poop that he's talking about.
Yeah, that's the same poop.
Thunder
Yeah.
The poop.
Thunder
That's the
poop,
same poop,
right?
yeah.
Because it's absolute nonsense. because some of the most beautiful people that I mean, the whites themselves they come
They're
to
tanning.
they are and not just that, they're trying to get a proper tan. They are පැය 8ක් ඉන්නවා මේ ආවේ මේ මම අද පැය
අර බේකන් වගේ ඊට පස්සේ අන්තිමට.
මම මේ පැය 6ක් අයියෝ කියලා ඉන්න එක ඒගොල්ලන් ආසාවෙන් ඉන්නවා to get to our color, and here our people are bleaching and taking
ආසාවෙන් ඉන්නවා සුදු වෙන්න.
ආසාව, and they spend a lot of money on it.
Exactly.
It's a
Appreciate your skin. Appreciate
And
it.
did you know?
Moisturize.
Did you know that the majority of Miss World and Miss Universe or whatever beauty pageant, who has won most of the time?
Who?
Venezuela.
I don't know. We don't
No,
watch
it's-
like that.
it's-
So
Venezuela.
No, not the country, dear, not the country. It's always an
Africa?
a black skin color.
Darker tone.
I'm not trying to be racial, but it's
yeah. But Chris,
Yeah.
මෙහෙම එකකුත් තියෙනවා.
Yeah.
These beauty pageants are again all most of them are rigged. There is political agendas, there is personal agendas,
Yeah.
there is corporate agendas involved in these beauty pageants. None of these are. I mean, how can you actually put points on someone's beauty? Now look at Andy, for example.
Yeah.
Here. Can we put points on this beauty?
Beauty.
Priceless, right?
Right.
Priceless woman here,
why
people.
not?
I'm a little.
නිකන් අර අලුත් Range Rover එකක්.
BYD එක වගේ.
නෑ. BYD පුතු. වා කවදාවත් ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික් ගණේට වැටෙන්න එපා.
ඔයා Chinese
Chinese made නෙමෙයි. වා කෙලින්ම මසල් කාර් එකක් වා. තේරෙනවද? යා ඇමරිකන් made.
Oh, American made. Hey, I like to be local.
So
Wow, thanks so much.
Okay.
ඒක පේන්නේ නැහැ.
Magnifying glass.
All three of us can't
Yo, that
see.
all I saw was hazardous.
Right.
That
Yeah.
entire thing is hazardous to our eyes. To
Yeah,
be honest
yeah.
with you.
Oh, right.
Okay, name
cream.
of the product. Oh, right, there you go.
Oh.
Arena Gold.
Keratin, natural glow, everyday, everywhere beauty cream, Fiona anti-aging, fresh and clear, fresh and white,
There you
fresh
go.
and white.
So there you go. Fresh
Body
white.
butter,
Straight
fresh and
away.
white.
Clearly,
Oh.
fresh and white is out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fresh white. නිකම්ලුත් කියනවා. Fresh white.
The biggest.
Fresh white.
So many fresh and whites to me.
So if you want to be fresh and white, forget it.
Forget it.
Yeah,
The
forget
problem in
it.
this country is it's fair and lovely, or else you're dark and ugly.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be that?
Yeah.
It's not. And I'm not saying that because I'm dark, right? I'm just saying, in general, there are so many
We
beautiful.
are Asian. It's
Yeah,
okay
it's
to be a
okay.
little brown.
Yeah.
It is to prevent all these ultraviolet colors radiation coming into our skin.
I of course like my brown skin. Moisturize people, moisturize with the proper cream.
Moisturize. Oh, moisturize.
You are, of course, not
Moisturize.
brown. You are like a
Moisturize.
fairer
I'm a tan.
I don't know how you
Tan.
people see her on your screens, but she's a fairer tan.
Fairer.
Burger tan.
Yeah.
Burger tan.
Yeah.
Burger tan.
Side.
Burger tan.
Oh, okay, Ahmad.
Ahmad is saying
Ahmad is the flaunt in his skin at me. Aren't
හිතේ ඇත්තේ
You have a
tan
sit in
එක.
the middle here.
Yeah, come here.
Sri Lanka, oh my God, here's a topic that I have to address. Sri Lanka closely monitoring the
Are we-
emergence of a new COVID variant,
Are we closely
says the
monitoring?
minister. Okay, now guys, before y'all jump into this, I'm sorry, I have to say this. Okay, I don't know, I'm sure you guys have all got y'all's vaccines and y'all have done all of that, right? Correct?
Gazebo.
Y'all did all of that. What was the vaccine you took?
Sinopec, I think.
Sinopharm.
Yeah.
Sinopharm. What about you?
Same.
Okay, so Sinopharm. So Sinopharm was the most lightest and mildest vaccine which came from China.
Yeah.
But the most celebrated vaccine, okay, at the time around the world, the holy grail of vaccines
yeah.
was Pfizer.
Yeah.
Okay, if you do, just to let you know, even in 2021, Pfizer made more than 38 billion US dollars just on this COVID vaccine of theirs. Do you know today that they have multiple court cases that they have lost and that they are burying with using those 38.8 billion funds that they have earned from idiots who actually took that vaccine. On top of that, now the Attorney General in the US has filed a massive case against them. In addition to that, the state of Kansas, I believe, has also filed more cases because
Who has not filed a case against
basically
everyone?
no, yeah. But the thing is, you don't hear about this on the mass media because of the fact that this whole thing, people think this is conspiracy theory, and honestly, guys, it's not. Big pharma is a real thing. I'm saying this because you won't have any pharmaceutical sponsors. Big pharma is a real thing. They control the media. You know this song by John Mayer called "Waiting on the World to Change." I don't know if you all know about it.
Yes.
There's a line in that he says, when they own the information, they can bend it all they want. So basically, that's the reality here. When these giant companies that make billions out of our suffering, and they use us as guinea pigs. When I say us, not me, because I never took those vaccines, right? So, us, right? So the point is, I'm saying, but even you guys, you were pressured to taking it, right? I remember I was getting pressured from my mother, from the next door lady's mother, from everyone's mother saying, "Ganna pute, නැත්තම් ඔයාත් මැරේ, අපිත් මැරේ." But the reality was that those vaccines, just because you took the vaccine, Venak is laughing there, just because you took the vaccine, it didn't prevent you from getting COVID if you did get it, and neither did it stop you from passing it on to somebody else. So these vaccines which were untested, which is properly made for profit, really has messed up a lot of people. And all these statistics that you see, which should be out there, you won't see it in the mass media because it's all controlled. On that note, I shall rest and hand over to you all.
Right, now we move on to the next one. Elephants. Elephants. From that to elephants.
Sri Lanka records, not elephants. Sorry. Sri Lanka. People, the tourists are not elephants here. Sri Lanka records over 1 million
Elephants.
I saw elephants on the picture.
Yeah, this is very tourist arrivals in 2025.
And they put a bunch of elephants.
I mean,
I said, from that big farmer to elephants.
That's the after effects of the COVID vaccine.
This is why tourists are coming. I mean, when people put photos like that. Exactly.
So 1 million tourists in the country is great news. Kudos. But guys, I don't know if you guys
I think they're all in hell also.
Yeah, probably in Alabama, but I don't know if you know this. A lot of people though are saying that the significant increase, yes, 1 million tourists, you would think that would result in a huge spend from these tourists. But there isn't.
Yes,
the reason is because of the nature, the demographic of the type of tourists who are coming and the kind of spending power that they have.
Yeah.
Because lots of these guys are backpackers or
It's a majority is Indian.
Yeah, that's also true.
Indian,
But Europeans who are coming down, Machan, these guys, they come to Sri Lanka as their second or third destination. So they've already busted a lot of, and I know this because I meet a lot of these people when I go down south. They've already busted their cash on their first destination and the second destination. And then
Sri Lanka
is the third, to come to chill. So they spend time and in places like the beaches where there is no money coming into the country. They're just using the beaches, obviously, right? So they don't spend much. They would, so a couple of guys down south were saying that very often Sri Lankans are actually putting up bigger bills than these tourists. So even though the numbers are great, it's not really translating to revenue per se.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned the same story once before on the show, like where the tallest man-made waterfall is in Singapore, right? And you charge for it.
True.
You charge $10 to go and see it. Here we have beautiful natural waterfalls. Do we charge a cent? No. Nothing.
Can't close the eyes or something, they're right there.
So, but,
but
okay,
you
but
have
are you
to,
saying that we should charge for them to see this, the waterfalls?
But if you're going
I mean, you should give a facility for them to go a privileged place, demarcate a place where they can take photographs, where it's only limited for people who can pay, right? Adventure kind of thing. A little balcony where it's close to the water, right? Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. I mean, you get sky bridges now, right? Just put a small walkway. You go with a glass bottom floor. You go there, pay $1,000. That's it. Go and take all the photos you want. Go experience the bottom where you can see a glass panel. Go and do as much as you want. Pay something.
Sure.
That's it. That's how we make money.
Probably. And Hamad is telling us we need to move on from the waterfall.
I mean, if we can charge to if we can charge people to climb the Sigiriya rock, why can't we?
Oh,
Sure.
you have to pay and then you have to climb on.
Exactly.
I mean, somebody carry you up there, but never mind.
Yeah.
I've been to Sigiriya now.
Exactly.
I don't know. This year, I'm gonna go this year.
මෙහෙමයි දන්නවද ඇලියන්ට සීකිට ගිහිල්ලා නැත්ති කියලා මං කියන්න ඕගොල්ලන් ඒක තමයි ඕගොල්ලන්ට මේක ගිහිල්ලා නැහැ ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඒක you know why the reason is because at the top there are frescoes no if they have a thunder ties there every weekend she's on top of Sigiri.
Sorry, I can't go.
There would have been thunder ties because the bottom is not there.
No, but not that's not the concept. Sheila.
That's what I don't swing that way. I only swing the other way.
Please, what are you saying?
Oh.
Speaking of swinging the other way, guys, I have an interesting. I might stop for a second. A very important story here. So a couple of days ago, I met an auntie. Actually, not a couple of days ago. Gosh, I'm getting old. It was actually 6 days ago. This
couple of days තමයි
yeah, so this auntie was asking me, so she knows my normal podcast and this show and all that.
Okay.
So she was like, Puta, I watch your show. Blah, blah. I was like, thank you, auntie. Then she goes, by the way, I wanted to ask this, and then she messed around with her glasses. This Gnsl, is this something like this LGBTQ? Gnsl has nothing to do with LGBTQ.
Not a problem, but it's not
an issue. We have zero issues. We have a lot of friends in that community, but nobody here is
that Gnsl.
She's like, I thought with all these letters and all that stuff. So I said, no.
And 2 guys and a female.
I said, I'm sorry to disappoint.
You said, now you tell me what G stands for. You tell me in your mind what it stands for.
What do you think for?
What do you think it stands for G? A girl.
Girl.
N?
Neither.
It can go so very far.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Okay, this is going down south.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's move.
What's this?
Indian and Sri Lankan men caught smuggling. Guys, read the full title. Indian and Sri Lankan men caught smuggling live animals at Thailand airport.
What is wrong?
Okay, and apparently there were 3 types of animals. I believe we do have pictures for you guys. I do believe we have pictures. I am pointing at the screen, hoping the pictures pop up on the screen. And okay, till then, so until the pictures pop up.
Oh wow, look at the pictures!
Okay.
Wow.
The thing is, look at that. That's a meerkat.
Is it? And a parakeet.
A meerkat.
These are the animals.
The other one is a...
Those screen are the animals.
Okay.
Now wait
Group.
Yeah, I know. So the 3 animals that these 2 guys were trying to smuggle is the macaw. As you can see on the screen right now, this fantastic looking macaw creature. Then not Richie Macaw. then the other one. The other one is a meerkat. As you see, not just a meerkat, but a meerkat, right?
Yeah. And merely.
Yeah. And the other one, as you can see, is a prairie dog. A prairie dog. Wow.
In Thailand? Aren't they supposed to be like in other places but Thailand?
I have no idea.
Can be. Okay, Hamad says yes.
But I had an interesting experience talking about Thailand and the smuggling scenario. This involves Anchor. Okay, Anchor, the brand Anchor. When my girlfriend and I were coming back in January from Thailand, suddenly now, obviously everything is clear. Of course, while I was in Thailand, I'm not, as you guys know, I'm not into all these snorting things and I'm not into smoking and all this stuff. But while in Thailand, one must indulge. So no, not in snorting.
Yeah.
I smoked a few joints and all that. And
He indulged.
Yeah,
He indulged. We've done that.
It was very interesting and fun, right? So awesome. Everything is done and dusted. Now coming back. So suddenly we get pulled when we're checking in. We get pulled to the side because there's a problem with one of our luggage. So my girlfriend, typical women, and you should know the first thing the girlfriend
What did you do?
What did you do?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm like, what? I didn't do anything. So then these guys say, excuse me, there are 3-4 buggers are coming, running in from the airport going, so we have to inspect your bag. There's a suspicious weapon. Wait, what weapon? Yeah. Are you carrying weapons? I've got to tell you this to you guys. Are you carrying any weapons? No. There is a missile-looking object in your luggage. Now we two are wondering. Then I looked at her going, did you bring a dildo or something?
Oh God!
I was like, what?
What?
She said, no, I didn't do anything.
Oh my God.
Then eventually, we two are arguing whether I brought something, she brought something. Where the bag opens it, what is it? It's an Anchor whipped cream.
Ayyo.
It's that big Anchor whipped cream. It looks like a missile/dildo looking thing. So these guys thought it was a weapon of mass destruction or something.
Of course, it can be.
It can be. Yes. So
my kids actually used the word prairie dogging when they were small. Because you know what a prairie dog does, right?
No.
You see the surface, no? They live in burrows, right? They come up and look around and go inside.
Meerkats, no.
No, prairie dogs, right? Yeah, prairie dogs, right?
Okay.
So they come up, make it in,
Rugrats එකේ.
No, not Rugrats. This
Ice Age.
Simba. What?
Lion King.
Lion King. So they come out. Am I right? That's the prairie dog, right? So
She doesn't know Lion King.
Google went, right. So when the kids were small, they had to use one toilet, one particular toilet, right? So when Aki is there and when Malli gets the tight, right? I'm prairie dogging.
Cute, right? So cute.
So that's the warning. You know, the next if you don't come out, the prairie dog will be out.
The prairie dog.
Cute. Okay, up next.
Okay, what's next?
Rupees 55,000 fine for riding on a single wheel.
I mean, as if these fellows are going to ride where the police are. Madness.
No, well, this guy has got fined 55,000. I don't even know how he's got caught, honestly, because I don't even check out this story. Have they posted it on social media? Have they got?
There is this stunt something. This group called Stunt Bikes or something.
Okay.
I follow the fellows. Push cycle, the wheel goes without the bike. Right, motorcycles going.
Why the wheel going with that? Then what did that
I
happen?
know.
You know, මෙච්චර මං කියන්නේ ඕන මගුලක් කරන්න.
Be safe.
ඒ වුණාට නෑ. Even if you don't want to be safe, don't be safe. No problem. අනිත් මිනිස්සුන්ට
If you want to break your leg and neck, it's a different story.
No problem.
Yeah.
By all means, single wheel නෙමෙයි without any wheels.
Yeah.
අපිට ගානක් නෑ.
ආනුවේ හරි පදපන් ඒත් කමන්නේ.
අපිට නම් මරන්න එපා. අපිට බෑ හරි කකුලක් නැතුව rest of our lives දෙන්න බෑ. තියෙන කකුල් දෙකෙන් තමයි.
අමාරුවෙන් යන්නේ.
හරිද? කකුලකින් මට නම් ජීවත් වෙන්න බෑ. So please guys, do whatever you're doing. If you want to have fun, be a daredevil, go crazy, try out all the new things. I mean, there are other things that you can do to be a daredevil that doesn't endanger yourself and others. But if you choose to, be a daredevil with your motorbike,
go ahead, no problem.
And if you want to jump from somewhere, don't go to some other person's house and jump. That bugger will be eternally going for another case.
Exactly.
You jump in your own house and die. For God's sake.
Don't die. Don't.
Break your leg.
No, I mean, if you want to die, by all means, die. We don't stop. We don't.
Very morbid, this is.
No, I am just saying, listen, we should not stop anybody. Freedom of choice is very important. For some people, but here's the thing, right? For some people who have schizophrenia, for them, what they see is very real, right? And it's a huge, and I know from some people who have schizophrenia, so what they see is real, and sometimes for them, death is it's not torture. It's actually an escape to a place of peace and serenity for them. So I'm not talking about schizophrenic people. Do
to
whatever
each your
you
own.
want to each your own. LGBTQ, Gnsl, or daredevil, one wheel, two wheel, do whatever you want. Just don't injure or hurt anybody else in the process.
The innocent public, yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Up next.
Sri Lanka now a sought after destination for Indian movies. Ooh, Andy, you might have a chance to get into to Bollywood.
All my life. This is what I have been living for. It has been come to this point.
Dil to pagal.
Hindi.
Yeah.
Right. Tamil no.
Cue the Indian music.
Right.
While Andy talks about her dream.
That one.
So the reason for one of the reasons for this is I know this personally is because obviously me being in this industry. It's much cheaper to shoot in Sri Lanka because even the rates to pay grip boys and when I say Andy's okay grip boys.
I also don't know what that is.
So grip workers are the guys who lift the lights and who lift the cameras and all. They're called grip workers. So grip worker rates are also generally lower in Sri Lanka than in India. Plus, obviously, I'm sure even though India is such a large country, they would have exhausted quite a few of those with the number of movies that are coming out there per year. They would have exhausted a lot of locations. So it's cheaper here. Plus, the logistics in Sri Lanka are absolutely great. And in Sri Lanka, when it's a foreign production, most of the companies provide like a top-notch service. So
and revenue for us?
Revenue for us. We are happy. Thank you very much. Come film and show the film and we very happy.
We happy.
We more revenue coming from that from the 1 million tourists in the future. All right. So do we have anything left?
And more chicken.
More chikungunya.
What is this man?
Okay. So now wait. So now previously this I don't think is this the minister who said this? Is it the minister? Are we sure about
Will
that?
the minister call us and say, "Me mona boruda"?
Yeah, because somebody now earlier it said that the minister was saying that there's a major outbreak, right? But then okay, fine.
No,
Maybe
no, but it's not a
it's not
epidemic.
epidemic. So yeah,
Yeah.
so I read up a little bit on this obviously again.
Yeah.
Like only a few couple hours ago. we got on it.
Okay, everything come.
Oh, everything come. Yeah, 12,000 on the 11,000th step. I read this. So the thing is, for it to be considered an epidemic, it should be like there's a number in each health organization or whoever, they have their own numbers. It has to be like every 15 for like 100,000 people or
There's a percentage of
So
that.
only when it comes to that number do they consider something an epidemic. So we don't know what that number is.
This might happen soon enough because ahana manusara chikungunya.
මේක හැබැයි ෆැෂන් එකකුත් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ නේ කට්ටිය I can't come to work for a week because my chikungunya.
Yes.
But then 2 days later you see a small Instagram story, not their story.
Feeling happy in Badulla.
They're in somebody else's story. They're chilling in the waterfall. They're chilling by the waterfall. Yeah.
Feeling happy in Badulla.
So yeah.
කියන බොරු හරියට කියන්න අහු වෙන බොරු කියන්න එපා.
කියන්න එපා.
I love seeing posts like that. Feeling relaxed in Mahabagi.
Yeah. Feeling, I like the one that says feeling blessed in where Aturugiri.
Feeling. No, you all also, man. That's why there are nice places in Aturugiri.
Why would you be blessed? Why?
Feeling blessed under the sky. Somewhere under the sky. Kolamba Hasayata.
Famous one.
Yeah,
I
Kolamba
don't even know
Hasayata.
what that means to
Aren't
this
we
day.
all
Yeah.
under Kolamba
Yeah,
Hasayata?
I don't know what that even means, honestly.
Okay.
Anyway,
Hamadis.
last one. RDA to illuminate. Oh, this is very important.
That's a
Very
good
good.
one.
Awesome. RDA to illuminate pedestrian crossings at night for accident prevention. Fantastic. Because you know why? If you are anybody like anyone here in this room who has gone overseas, you know that Sri Lanka is basically like the roads for the blind.
Yeah.
Okay?
Not a street light is working. No, how can you eliminate these?
Absolutely, yeah. So you can't
But
see.
good for them. Good
And
if they
it's
do it.
crazy because sometimes people due to their reckless driving they endanger, like we said, others. But sometimes you just don't see things. How many times I have just barely missed hitting a person because there is no light.
Or if
So
you're
what do
wearing
they
dark
mean by
clothes.
illuminating? But the paint
And
is
paint
already.
taken
They
down
must be
there.
But it's already, isn't it?
Illuminating, glow in the dark paint.
So isn't it not glow in the dark paint now?
ඒක ලොකුවට නෑනේ.
Paint නේ.
ලොකුවට නෑ.
Only the cat's eye, the little on the highway.
සමහර
Yeah.
තැන්වල මේවනේ සමහර තැන්වල විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. සමහර pedestrian crossing එකත් fade වෙලා තියෙන්නේ.
Yeah,
Now today when I was coming down Kirimandala Mawata, you know where the bridge starts?
Yeah.
The road before that where the petrol shed is broadened.
Yeah.
Right? A person who doesn't know in the night,
Correct.
right? I mean, would come and just slam on that bridge. I don't know. That is a disaster waiting to happen.
But so far,
there's
nothing
nothing,
happened,
not a single strip of light there. No,
True.
at least put a reflector, cat's eye or something like that.
True.
Right? Dangerous. No, how somebody who doesn't know speeding down that road in the night, Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, we're done.
Yeah.
There
And
was
we're done with the
Our news articles was all around dengue.
Chikungunya.
chikungunya, dengue.
Etc.
Okay, number-
And some elephants.
Oh.
Some elephants, then warnings from USA and UK.
Yeah.
Then
So
other,
basically that was it.
Yeah.
then other people trying to be like people from the US and UK by putting fairness claims.
Right.
Issues
Yeah.
there.
But we spoke about lot about a mosquito. Huh?
Yeah, the biggest problem for me now is who put that name.
Mosquito.
Why did they involve bloody chicken in this thing?
Chikungunya.
It's
No,
chikungunya.
මොකක් හරි කමක් නැහැ mosquito
He's
කුණ්‍යා
double
කියලා
A
දාන්න.
mosquito ne.
Yeah, I
I don't know what that name.
Thank
That
thank you, producers, for putting me into trouble on my like one-off day here. Right? Give me some words I've
But you
never
can't.
seen. I've never even seen before in my life.
All right.
Okay. Anyways.
Okay. How much?
Yeah.
Justify.
Okay, let's move on.
Game night.
Okay,
Very-
game night, people.
Oh.
I'm getting excited.
Aye.
No, I'm getting excited for Andy to win.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
honestly excited, Andy. This is your opportunity.
Okay. 6 questions will appear on the screen, each with 4 answers. Answer options A, B, C, D.
E, F, G.
The fastest to choose the correct one wins the round.
Right, okay.
May the
let's do it.
best one win.
Okay.
Okay. I want to win.
Okay. Okay, you win.
Okay.
Two.
Okay.
Oh.
Huh?
Has
D.
that.
B.
A.
D.
Oh,
I said D.
She said D.
No.
She said D.
I said D.
She said D.
Yeah.
You
See,
said-
what a good
No, you
contestant
said-
I am.
See,
Ah,
I'm
look,
Malan.
I have
No,
stand-
you said G.
What? No.
There is no G.
Pacha.
Mahatma no G? No, it's
Wait, what? Real stands or what's it for charisma?
Charisma.
Oh my god, I have no idea what this even means. Okay.
Well,
Riz.
apina
apina
where you looking
Riz.
fab?
Oh, Reese
Never.
Wood
So if you walk into the Ritz Carlton, it's Charisma Carlton.
Okay, what's up next? Okay. What is the original purpose of the app?
Musically.
B.
B.
I don't know. I think B.
B. I said B.
Could it be B?
I said C though.
Yeah, I got it.
But who did first?
I said first.
Chris did it first. Well done.
Yeah.
One point each.
Yeah, I really did
At
not
least
know
two.
what that was.
I have no idea music thing.
You didn't know?
These are all Gen Z. These are all like Gen Z questions.
Oh, කොහොම මේ අපේ නාකිය අහන ප්‍රශ්න බලන්න ලැජ්ජ නැද්ද මන්ද? කවුද මේ
Riz.
ආවිද මියුසික් විතරයි හදන්න විතරයි දන්නේ. ඒක නම් මොකොත් දන්නේ නැහැ.
Oh, මට ඒකත් බෑ.
ඒකත් බෑ.
Okay, what items evidence?
Riz.
What?
Do you know?
During the craze.
What?
What item was every Gen Z
B.
kid obsessed with during the
Fidget spinner.
craze?
Wait.
Yay!
Well done, Chris. This
That's
is
how I did it?
I'm going to say this right. I'm going to say this straight out. I have no chance of winning this because I have not kept updated with this Gen Z crap.
No. It's not crap.
Yeah.
Just that we are a little old.
No,
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
the reason is because I am old. That's my point.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm not saying you guys are crap.
Yeah.
For me, you all are crap.
Fidget
Okay.
spinner.
අර
ඇගිල්ල තියාගෙන ගගා
I don't know what, I couldn't get over that 3 asterisks. What is that?
Yeah.
I thought like something like that.
Yeah,
Something.
I am
බීබ් එක නෑ.
What is that?
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
next one.
We don't know.
Next one.
Who
Wait.
said no one?
Alicia Keys.
B.
Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Finally a non-Gen Z
No,
question.
හරිනේ.
Yeah, non-Gen Z question.
Yeah.
Music එකට හරි. Okay. Next one. හරි. Okay, thank you Hamad. Next. කෝ ප්‍රශ්නේ?
Oh my god.
C. I don't know.
Starfire.
C.
No idea.
No.
Old cartoon?
I already said Starfire, so I lost my...
I think C.
I think
Clover.
C.
Must be Kim Possible.
I
said
know. I
C.
have feel.
Yeah.
Yes,
I said-
ugly looking name.
I lost my chance because unlike you
Impossible.
guys, Shaq,
Did you know?
and you, when I say the wrong thing, I said the wrong thing. Done.
Kim Possible. Did you know it was that?
I don't know.
I have never seen a cartoon like
Yeah, what
that
is a
before in my
cartoon?
life.
2004 people watching.
අපි කොහොමද
තනකොළ
cartoon
පෙත්තස්.
එක
තනකොළ
We
පෙත්තස්.
were watching ලාතනකොළ පෙත්තස්
Nonsense.
දොස්තර හොඳ විට
1994, yes.
චව් චව්
2004.
කවුද
පිස්සු පූසා.
පිස්සු පූසා
2004, I was watching anime on certain websites.
There you go. Okay, now next one, last one.
On certain websites.
Yeah, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
Okay, let's go.
Dangerous,
Last one.
dangerous.
Okay.
Dangerous.
What's the fun likely to be? What?
Huh?
Who's the most likely to be in Bridgerton?
Daphne
C.
Bridgerton?
Who?
Who?
Daphne.
Who is Daphne
What are
Bridgerton?
C.
All I know is this Kitty Mandela.
See,
I watched it because I like that.
So
boy.
I'm the loser.
Oh my gosh! Yes, you have. How did that happen?
Yeah.
Because Gen Z.
Three questions on Gen Z. Who knows me?
Yeah.
And then Daphne Bridgerton. Who is that?
Who is Daphne?
Bridgerton?
Yeah.
අපි දන්නේ විල්මයි ඩෙෆ්නි විතරයි. මොකේද? ස්කූබි ඩු.
And I dated a Daphne long
I
time
know
ago.
here. Anna, the loser has to do 5 bicep curls each hand using a 9 kilometer.
9 kilometer. 9 kilometer.
Great.
කිලෝමීටර් ඩම්බෙල්.
Break
Ah,
kiba.
break.
So after the break, I shall be doing this 9 kilogram dumbbell.
දැන් මට වගේ set කරනවා මම තාම මේක උස්සනවා.
නෑ මම බලන්නේ මොන කර්ද මගේ කොණ්ඩේ.
ඒකනේ.
You twirl it like this.
I'll twirl it, people.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
All right. Okay.
Let's do the curl, people. And 1, and a 2, and a 3. And
How many? 20, no?
4, and a 5.
මම කරන්නේ
That's how
අත්
you
දෙක.
do a
අත් දෙක.
punishment, Anna. Let this be an example for you guys.
මම කරන්නේ
Now
අත්
let's
දෙක.
give Andy. Let's give Andy.
Andy.
Andy wants to do not 2 curls.
Andy ඔක ඔළුව වද්දගෙන ඔළුව පලා ගන්න එපා. හරි. Okay. 1
How that?
අර ළමෙක්ව ගුඩුස්සැරිය වගේ.
But
Mate,
yeah,
if I can carry one in one hand, I won't be coming on this show.
but we must say Andy's arms must be strong and all because Andy's partner
Yeah.
gives the most firmest handshakes I've ever received in my life. So that means she's being gripped very hard.
Yeah.
I can do this.
That's
With both hands you can.
I don't think that's a curl. I don't think that's a curl, people.
I don't.
I have no idea. What is that? What is that called? That's a what word?
I don't.
What word?
That's a woot.
Okay, anyway.
All right.
Anyway, fine. All right, guys. I think we have already extended.
Yeah.
We've already extended our time.
Yes.
Follow us on GNSL on PodHub. When I say us, I mean the PodHub
Yeah.
team and the overall team. But the three of them, Shaq, who's not here, Andy, and Chris. These two are doing fantastic things and keeping it real and keeping it fun. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, on our Facebook page PodHub, and on Instagram at GNSL on PodHub, as well as
How
on
many
TikTok.
Ooh,
And Hamal,
sorry.
I think you're going to give us the followers that we have for the show. The number
we're
is
at-
popping up
Come
in
in.
3, 2, 1.
Come in.
Anytime today.
Hey, my goodness.
2,797 followers, guys.
Yay.
Thank you, everybody who follows these guys, and they give you guys, I think, an absolutely real, no fake, no BS, no
Name
crap.
I think.
I think realistic, real stuff. Real stuff. No, there is no fake thing. There is no makeup even going on.
Yeah.
Talking about fake,
Oh.
right? There is no makeup. They just come straight from their house. Just like that, they come. No whitening cream. No glow, fair and glow, and
Can't lift a dumbbell to save us.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
If I get kidnapped, can't lift dumbbell and save myself. I'll
Yeah.
be like, it's okay. Just
So-
kidnap me.
So keep following them, keep following the show. We really appreciate your support, and keep liking, sharing, and commenting, and also give us any feedback on how we can improve the show. Yeah,
Of course.
always give us feedback. But make sure to subscribe and follow us on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Instagram. Thank you very much. Shaq will be back hopefully next week,
Yeah.
and hopefully these two won't go missing next
Yeah.
week, especially
Can't
after
say.
Chris plays his match this weekend.
Yeah.
Wah, kare.
And yeah, after those two lifts, I might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't.
All right.
All right, so thank you very much again. Bye-bye. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you.